It's Chris Fade and Caroline Stanbury's Not So Epic podcast.
Brought to you by NMC Healthcare and Cosmesurge. Head to cosmesurge.com.
We are officially back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Chris Fade and Caroline Stanbury's Not So Epic podcast for another episode.
Welcome, Suki Lu.
Ooh, straight into it.
I'm so happy to be here today with my two superstars.
Oh, you're amazing. Every time I see Suki, you always got a great smile on your face. You've got great energy, always there, vibrant. It's amazing.
You.
And
Unlike us, see, we have on and off days, but Suki you always look really happy. So for those of you that don't know who Suki Lu is, she is...
I'm a TV presenter in the Middle East.
the first Arabic-speaking
Chinese-Arabic speaking.
Arabic-speaking TV presenter here.
Yeah.
Tell everybody what you do.
well, hold on. I want to know, how do you're from China, but you speak Arabic.
Yes,
How did you do this?
I'm from China, and I used to have my TV show in China for many years, and I moved here. And then one day, my
What
producer...
kind of TV show, sorry?
Basically, it's called like Eyes of Suki Lu. So it's everything like what I see, and most of the interviews I did was with like a lot of celebrities, and they share a moments with us in our in their life. Yeah. So that was basically the idea of the conversation. So back to Chris' question, how did I learn Arabic? Because one day I was in the studio with my producer, and then he was just telling me, say, Suki, can you go to learn Arabic? I was like, are you joking? It's such a difficult language, and me being the Chinese, because everyone's saying like Chinese is so difficult, which I agree. I think I'm very lucky because I'm born in China, and I learned this language when I was little, so I didn't find it like very difficult.
Sure.
But then, if I really sit down and think about it, Chinese is really a very, very difficult language. But then, so my producer, she said, like, can you go learn Arabic? I said, no way, I cannot. Like, it's such a difficult language. And then he said, but then you're going to be the only one here speaking Chinese, English, and Arabic. So I thought about it. And at the beginning, I didn't want to because I found, oh my God, like my schedule's already so busy. I couldn't make it. But then I tried. I said, okay, give me some couple of months, and I tried. And I went to an Arabic school here. And the first 3 months, it was killing me because every day my face was like this. And literally, I almost cried because I told them, like, this is such a difficult language. There's no way to learn. And also, when we learn Arabic, it's not just talk, it's also read and write.
Yeah, that's
because we
amazing.
need to finish the 6 certificates. And that time, I had a lot of interview. Flew to LA. I was working on a project with the team of Mark Wahlberg because they're launching their burger chain in China that time.
Wahlburgers.
Wahlburgers,
I like that
exactly.
place.
Yeah, so I was working on that project with the team, and like you just come back from Vegas. Oh no, you're going to Vegas.
No,
but,
I've just come back. I just came back from filming.
yes.
But
So
yes,
you know the jet lag.
Oh my God.
all of this kind of thing. And when I was speaking with my Arabic teacher, and she said, "How much time you have?" I said, I only have very little time because my schedule is shifting every day.
Sure.
And I asked her, how long would that take for me to finish the 6 certificates? And she said, Habibti, you need at least 3 years. I said, halas, I don't have 3 years. I only have 2 years. Can
there
we
she goes,
squeeze?
halas.
She dropped in the Arabic there.
Yeah, so she said, no, you only got like this little time. You cannot say, let me try. I mean, I'm Chinese. If I can speak Chinese, I think maybe I can learn Arabic. She said, fine. And then like we start, and I was really lucky because that period of time, she said she likes me, and she said like, I really like the energy when you are with me. So at the weekend, she invited me to her house to stay with her kids in the villa. So in the morning, I was hearing all of this
She
Arabic.
trusts you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's making like also with the nanny, and they making breakfast, lunch with
This woman
the
might
kids.
actually be a genius. She might have just got her as a free nanny on
Yeah, I
weekend.
know. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you come stay at my house with my kids?
So
I'll
she
go
was
out.
she was Arabic. This woman. She was.
She's from Lebanon.
Okay, Lebanese,
No, but she
okay.
got the nanny, and she said like, you stay with us, so you have the whole Arabic environment.
Best way to learn.
Yeah, and then like you're there every weekend, and then so for me it was every day I say ta'ali, should be dik, everything was just crazy,
Do you
And
speak fluent Arabic now, or is
now
it?
I finished 6 certificates.
I mean, it's amazing. It
Yeah.
really is, because also when you interview people, you can't really not be fluent.
No, you need. Well, funny enough, I'm Lebanese myself, and I'm Arabic, but I don't speak the language. I can understand it.
You got confused sometimes by people.
Yeah, no, I know. It's not easy. And like many years ago, one of the networks wanted me to audition for Arabs Got Talent, the big show. They said, come and audition.
To be the judge.
And to be the
the
host,
judge.
to be the
Yeah,
host.
yeah.
I was about
And
to
I
say,
said, no, I don't. Yeah, you were like, what talent do I have?
Yeah.
Ask my fiance. Like
rather
that?
not.
Was that good?
No.
Cool. I said. They said, come and audition, and I said, oh, my Arabic's horrible. And they said, just come on, you know a little bit. So I got on the green screen, and I was like, marhaba, kif kun, ana ismi Chris Fade. And that's really all I had, which is basically, hi, my name's Chris Fade, and what else do you have? And I said, I don't have much. They said, go and do a course in Arabic. We would love to use you. I said, okay. So I started to learn Arabic. I think I was about 3 weeks in, which was about 6 lessons in, and I went, not doing this. It is so difficult.
Yeah.
For when you talk to a female, to a male, there's different things
Yes,
you got to
exactly.
say.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like to a female, I say kifik.
Yeah.
To a male, I say
Kifa.
kifak.
Yeah.
What's that?
Like
It's how are you?
Just relax. I know. It's how are you?
Really?
Yeah. So like the inflections and
Yeah.
the wording's all different, right? And
No, but for me, I think Arabic is just not a difficult language. For me, it's mathematic, because it's not just like masculine and feminine, because if you have all of this Latin language, like you get this a little bit. But Arabic, for example, like I see you, if it is plural, is ashufkum. And if I see you, Chris, as a male, it's ashufak. I see you, Caroline, it's ashufik. And then everything was different. So you have to put everything like the verb behind and after. It was just
it's
not an easy language.
but it's so amazing that you learned that. This must be the best thing, because you must be around Arabs a lot. They think you're just Chinese. They start talking about you, or they start speaking Arabic, and the next thing you know, you just start speaking Arabic. That would freak them out.
I tell you 2 moments in my life. There was one moment I was doing a very small interview with Nancy Ajram.
Okay, yeah.
And then I was in her room because she just finished a concert, was the Eid concert. And I was saying, Marhaba, ismi Suki. And then she was like, oh my God, what is this? She was so lost at the moment, but she was so happy because, and I think people here in the region, they really appreciate the moment that you understand their culture and you learn their language. And the other time there was, I think it was definitely a moment in my life. It was a moment I was with Sheikh Mohammed, and the moment when I saw him, I was just freezed.
You froze.
Yeah, and then I think I lost all my Chinese, English, Arabic. I don't know what to say, But then he just passed here, and I was just introducing myself, and I said all of this like in Arabic. I said also ممكن تحقيق picture معك, and then he lost. He said he didn't understand what language was that, And I was so scared because I didn't know like if my Arabic was so bad he didn't understand,
Sure.
So the time, and I introduced myself, and he was like, wow, where are you from? I said, I'm from China. He said, I really appreciate, like people, they living here, they understand our culture, and they
cool.
love, they use their action to embrace the culture. I mean, for me, so many years living here, I love living in Dubai because Dubai gave me a lot of great opportunities here, and I meet a lot of interesting people. You see, and for learning Arabic is I think it was one of the best decisions ever I did.
And you said that there's a big Chinese sort of group, expats here.
Yeah. 300,000 residency living here.
Yeah, I know. I think the UAE, Dubai, if you don't know Dubai and the UAE, I think in the last couple of years, they really want the Chinese to sort of come over and, get property and do some building and invest in the UAE, which I see. I even from a radio perspective, we built an online Chinese radio station that we were rolling around.
The Dragon Radio, yes.
Yeah.
So what is your sort of role then? Because do you feel that your role is, you educate a lot of people in China about the Middle East and things like that because you do a lot of TV shows that go back over there. Is that how it you interview people there for over the, you work with
For me, I would say I am so happy and honored to be in the bridge between UAE and China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for all of these years I've been living here, for all this TV show I did, and people know me because they know like everything they want to know about the Middle East and UAE, they go to Suki Lu. So for them, they think like this is the right person to go. And I'm happy because I work with Dubai Tourism, and I did a lot of campaign with Emar to be the first Chinese face. While the Chinese New Year, like literally the video we did with them, it was a big success. Like everywhere in Dubai Mall and Emar office. And for them, if you notice now, even in Dubai Mall, all of these signs like also written in Chinese.
Yeah, it's
because
so
you
good.
see the people over there, like it was really crazy.
Yeah, whenever you go to any of the major tourist destinations now or tourist spots in the country, there's always a few Chinese workers there that speak fluent Mandarin. I mean, what do you
Mandarin. Yeah, I speak Mandarin and Cantonese because I used to fly to Hong Kong a lot. Yeah, but by the way, it's very two different languages. Like people from Beijing, let's say the capital, will not understand people from Hong Kong. Wow. Like it's too different. Because in Arabic, I know you have different accent. If like Lebanese or like
the Khaliji, Lebanese,
Fusha,
the Egyptians, everyone speaks sort of.
Yeah, Algerians, all different, but like it's totally different.
But she's right. I mean, everything you're saying is what I've experienced in Dubai too, being the first in your field, or, you know, really one of the first in your field. You get so much opportunity here, which is what's so exciting. Mm-hmm. And you really are. I can't think of anyone else that does what you do here.
But by the way, we did one episode with Caroline, and I want to talk about this one. We did this for fun, you know. Literally, we just went to her house, and then we did a tour, you know, for her wardrobe, and you know, the viewings went crazy. I think it was on TV. It's over 2 million.
What?
Yeah. And
so where does it air? Where does the work that you shoot here where does it air? It airs in this country or it airs in China?
Also like in the Chinese social media, because it's different social media platform compared to like Instagram, Facebook. Like in China, you have everything their own.
Us together because it's like, you know, we're so different, blonde.
You know, after that, everyone was asking me, where is this Barbie from? Like, we want
British
to find
Barbie.
her. Yeah. I mean, because what we did was very, genuine. You know, we didn't prepare. I don't think we did like rehearsal or anything.
You just went straight in and went for it.
And then we have a videographer, and we just did a tour in her house. We talk about it, you know, like her story.
I never rehearse. You know, it's different. You see, when you're a TV presenter, I think it's very different from what we kind of do. In a way, you're not, you know, it has to be natural and sort of. I think it's a one-time thing. The moment I put anything down, I lose it. I go stiff. I can't.
There's nothing worse than having a script given to you, and then you have to go, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's like, you want to be real, which is hopefully, I think, what the three of us.
But you know what? I think this is more different let's say, if you're MC on a stage, because I do that too. And I did one very, very urgent with the Minister of Interior in Abu Dhabi. Mm-hmm. Actually, it was the embassy, the Chinese embassy called me, like, let's say 1 day before. Suki, can you do this? Like, we need a Chinese person who speak Arabic on the stage, like, for the government. I was like, yeah, but you tell me, like, within 24 hours, how can I do this? Because, like, usually the script, like, we do prepare, and then, like, the Arabic, I need to practice before I go to the stage. And and they said, like, but yeah, this, like, I know it's very last minute. Can we do that? Just tell me yes. They don't give me an option. They said, just tell me yes.
Always last minute.
It is
last minute. Everything.
Do you find any other? Do you have any competition here? Are there any like new talent coming in from China who also speak Arabic? Have you met anyone yet?
There is, but the thing is, the Arabic I speak is more like daily language. Let's say, like, so people from here, like Fusha, so they understand. But I have one person I met, but he's doing like more like translator, like because he did all the university, like they did 4 or 5 years, like really hard work, you know, in China learning Arabic. Okay. I think it's different because the one they say is more,
but it's a man anyway, not a woman.
You know?
Yeah, it's a man. It's still not a woman doing it.
There's not a...
Yeah.
And you have this sort of, you can go from sort of being, what I've noticed is you can be 1 minute CNN and quite, you know, and hosting for the government and things like this and quite serious. And then the next minute.
That was very serious.
Yeah. And then the next minute you can, for me, you can be slightly like, you know, Barbie Paris Hilton with a little voice running around. Yeah, but with me, you have, as much as I do that, you can do it with me. You love bounding around and doing that too. You have two sides where you can actually report and do the fun girly stuff.
Yeah, because for me, I think for all of these years, like we are all on TV, and I think for being a TV presenter, which is more important, like what you deliver to your audience, it's not just like all the commercial parts or like it's just the news, because it's boring, but I think what is more important is you have to deliver really, really good energy to the audience. You spread the love, you spread the positivities, all these good vibes, which I see this a lot from your Instagram stories.
Good, yeah.
All of
Do you
this.
think we've got that together today?
We're doing all right today.
One of us is asleep and the other one's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, well, we came off a flight. She came off a flight.
Yeah. Yesterday she was still in London.
Yeah, I didn't know how she was going to make this podcast.
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
Is she making this? Is she aware that we're doing this podcast?
And this one, I get a text from wherever about 15 minutes before you were meant to be here going, I'm lying on a hospital bed about to have an epidural. And I'm like, Chris, do you know what an epidural involves?
I do now. I feel like my arm is about to drop off.
He is never going to underestimate a woman and pregnancy and labor and epidurals ever again.
Never again. Never again. Never again. Is there a partner?
We care for you, Chris. So
What?
please.
I know. I'll be all right. I'll be all right.
She's got enough happiness and joy for the two of us.
You do. You've.
But by the way, I have really good. Like Chinese are very good with acupuncture and all of
Oh,
that.
Oh my God.
And they're all my friends. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I thought you were offering to give Chris acupuncture right now.
I'll try it. Let's do it right now.
I'm just gonna ask if you have enough insurance for that.
No,
Wow.
no.
I love it. Chinese medicine, I totally, I don't know, not believe in, but
herbal mostly.
because in Sydney where I'm from, there's a huge Chinese community in Sydney, right?
Yes.
So acupuncture was it works, man. I've with my own body,
I love
I
it.
felt acupuncture work.
Should
People
you do face acupuncture? I've done it.
face acupuncture,
Yeah.
no.
They put the needles all over your face.
Oh, I have
You
done a
tried
little
that
bit.
one, right? You tried that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember once I had this really bad wrist pain, and do you call them a doctor? Are they a doctor?
Doctor.
An acupuncturist? Is he
Yeah,
a doctor?
doctor.
Well, I mean, in China, they're
No,
doctors.
because if you notice, like all of this, like human body and all of these nerves, you know, and if you, it's more than 10 years studies, you know.
Yeah, but he did it on my wrist. The next day, it was like brand new. I was like, "How? That is ridiculous."
Yeah.
But then in Sydney, you go to, there's all these Chinese medicines where you walk in and it's like,
I love Sydney.
Yeah, I love it as well because I'm like, whoa, they're like they don't speak English that well in some of these stores, and I'm trying to explain to them how I feel. For example, like blocked ear, and then out of nowhere,
they just know.
They just bring
know.
something, they put it in a bag, and they're like, take it. And you're
They
like,
just
all
know
right.
there's areas in London like that
all
too.
you have to do is just to trust them.
Trust.
Do you
Yeah.
have like areas that are very like certain areas here that the Chinese go to more
Yeah.
in Dubai?
Yeah,
Like, is
yeah.
there
Is there
I'm surprised we haven't built a Chinatown.
Yeah.
Like
But we have Dragon Mart here.
we have Dragon Mart, which is
Yeah.
true, which is like a big Chinatown, but we
Oh
don't
my
have
God,
the.
obsessed.
What's that?
Dragon
Mart's
Mart.
the best.
I mean, it's amazing. You can only go for like an hour
Have you
at a
ever
time.
been there?
Yes.
Dragon Mart?
I have actually. When I first moved here, because I didn't know how long I was staying, so I went to go and get stuff for the house from there, and it's actually
Yeah, a
genius.
lot of
If you don't know what
furniture
Dragon
thing.
Mart is in Dubai, it's basically you can buy anything from a milkshake maker to a
Everything.
anything that you can think of. It is there. It's like
I'm not sure how long it lasts.
I remember there was cow
And
milking
another
machines
quality
there.
is really good.
Right, you could buy a cow milking machine there. Like I'm like, this place has absolutely everything you can have. No, but I'd love to see in Dubai one day a Chinatown. Like back in Sydney, we have a Chinatown where you walk in. In New York, I've been to the one in LA.
There's a new Chinese restaurant opening in DIFC this week.
Really? Yeah, but that's fancy schmancy. I'm talking about like I want to go and feel like I'm in China. You walk down one street, like when in Sydney,
Yeah.
it looks like Sydney, and then you just enter into Chinatown.
Yeah,
You're like
London has that.
Does
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
it does.
London
It's a
has
Chinatown.
also like a lot of restaurants. But I want to tell you, like now, even in China, because the online business was so strong and a lot of like retail store, like they're closed. But for example, like one of my girlfriend, like I know her for 12 years. They call her the Chinese Huda Beauty.
Oh,
you know?
really?
Yeah. And last year, her company just got listed in NASDAQ.
Wow.
She started really like everybody, like modeling, and she's very pretty, modeling, just doing all of this, advertisement and everything. And then she really focused, and she focused more than 10 years. So now she launched and she did a crossover with Maybelline in New York.
Yeah.
And she really focused have her own cosmetic lines, and she has all of her clothing line and everything. Because in China you have like Alibaba. So in China
Huge.
we have Taobao, which is like the first shopping platform, and we've got
Dying
like
to go to China.
Yeah, same with me. I've
Just
never
dying.
gone.
yeah.
It's like I feel like it's like lost
You
in
should come.
I know.
You guys should
I've gotta
come with
go.
me.
Because you lost in translation too, because it's so foreign.
I know. I've been to Hong Kong and I haven't gone to mainland China, which is something that I want to do. Because we were just talking about this earlier on. The Rock, for example, all the big movies now are going to China to go. Then they go there first because the population is so huge. So if the movie does well in China, they know they've made a lot of money. And I know for a fact that when they were doing I forget what the movie called, where there was a tower on fire and The Rock was saving the day. But anyway, they were going to use the Burj Khalifa to do the launch. They were going to do the launch in Dubai, but then China came through and said, hey, why don't you come do it over here? And then obviously The Rock flew over to China because they know they're going to get a huge...
like even Jackie Chan, he shoot a couple of movies here.
I know.
Yeah, it was Kung Fu Yoga 2015, and he did another one. I forgot the name.
Yeah,
but
no, I remember.
Yeah, he was here a couple of times.
You did all the interviews.
Yeah. I mean, because I was helping them for like we always receive a lot of Chinese filming crew, and got all of these celebrities when they're here. We did also we host a lot of people. I mean, every week we have a lot of delegation Chinese governments here, or either with a celebrity here, because for them, Dubai is always a very fascinating destination.
Yes.
But for them, they found it's a very mysterious city. They don't know. I mean, for them, the Arabic ladies, they're very beautiful, but they always cover.
Yeah.
And also like the shisha, they never see things like this before in China. So for them, it's a very, very fascinating and interesting destination. And they always want to explore more. That's why, more and more filming crew coming over here to shooting the desert. And by the way, big thank you to Dubai Tourism and Dubai Filming, organization. They make this happen. They give all of this, shooting permits to them. And it was, I remember because there was one moment we were with Jackie Chan in Dubai Mall. So he has a scene to shoot over there. But everyone knows him.
Yes,
and also he needs to shoot on Sheikh Zayed Road. Literally, we cannot move him around because everyone wants pictures, and all of that. So, and then they said, halas, we closed Sheikh Zayed Road 2 hours for him. Can you imagine?
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. But
I love that.
Yeah, it was really crazy. But like,
It's like
all
Trump
the people.
every weekend in New York.
Well, they shut it down.
Shut down New York.
Yeah, it's amazing to see the relations between the UAE and China sort of growing. And I know, what's the flight from China, like from, I don't know.
Well, I would say I'm from Shanghai, but from Shanghai, Beijing, the same. Let's say from Dubai to Shanghai, 8-9 hours.
That's not too bad.
It's really not. I'm doing LA on Thursday. That's 17.
No, because I know from Sydney in Australia, we really emphasize tourism to the Chinese.
Yeah.
Because it's such a vast population that we want the Chinese to come to Australia because it's great for the country, right? And I know with here in the UAE, 8 to 9 hours is not bad at all. What I love, and this is, I found this sort of amusing because I think I may do this in my own culture, but I was at a Chinese restaurant in this downtown area of Dubai, and it was very sort of old school. But then a big bus came with all the Chinese tourists. And they went
group?
Yeah, and they went to the Chinese restaurant. And I thought to myself,
You've got to explain to me the lines outside Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, why?
It's you talking about here or the one in Paris?
All over the world. Yeah.
Yeah, the one in Paris, it's a little bit insane because all the people they're queuing there.
That's the thing. It's fascinating. Why?
Because do you not have Louis Vuitton shops in China?
We do. But I think with all the price in Europe and also like tax free and everything, I think they like it. Yeah. It's just
Who
all
doesn't
this
like
way.
Louis Vuitton?
I've just never seen queues like this. It's queuing. English don't queue.
Yeah, like it's for free,
Yeah.
That's the people how
Yeah,
they
they're
queue
queuing
there.
to go in to spend a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
And also for the Elma store, like
The what store?
The Elmas.
Oh, Hermes,
Yeah,
yes.
it was
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
really, really crazy. Like people I mean, I think in Paris, it's really people, not just queuing, like people, they closed, I think the security, they closed the store because of the Chinese going there.
Is it, because that's how I feel, because I feel like China has all the stores and everything, yet they travel to Europe to shop, which is like the Turkish do the same thing. I know from my husband that they never really shop at home. They get on a plane, they
Shop
see,
elsewhere.
They see holidays as shopping. But
I think
kind of
because
feel like,
also they have more shopping moods when they're traveling,
Okay.
Maybe let's say like same bag, I don't feel like I
but
want
the
to buy
streets
it.
are full with shops in China.
Is what?
The streets are filled with shops. in
Yeah,
China.
yeah. I mean, people buy a lot. People just love buying stuff. In China, we have this shopping
Gadgets too.
festival, which is called it's the date 11th of November, because it's
11/11.
Yeah. It's
they're doing that now.
1111. So it's a big shopping festival in China, and Jack Ma was so happy, because everyone's
That's Alibaba.
yeah, that's Taobao.
You
which
know
is,
Alibaba?
No.
So Alibaba is
It's
like
like
the
eBay,
world, but
yeah.
it's the Dragon Mart, but the world.
Oh, amazing.
So as in, you go to Alibaba, it's amazing. Like I've bought some stuff for like just me personally, but what you can buy, for example, if you wanted Caroline Stanbury socks, let's just say, you go to Alibaba.
I do want Caroline Stanbury.
Okay, so then you'll find a manufacturer there, and they'll be like, all right, we can get them down to $3, but you have to order 5,000 of them.
Okay.
And then they go and get the embroidery, and the next thing you know, you've got like
Thanks,
these,
Chris.
honestly.
Thanks.
But I think one thing you will be really impressed about is how efficient things will be done in China. Like all of this, I'm not only like the construction, but also everything, literally, like your clothing line, cosmetic line, everything, because people, they just like only thing, like it will not that be efficient as before if you compare it with like the Chinese New Year, because it's like the whole month people are taking holidays, being
I'm going to make you take me. I think you have to go with someone that knows the lay of the land.
You want to know
Yeah.
this city. You don't want to be there as
Because also it's like you can't. How do you ask anyone where to go?
Yeah.
Like you're so foreign.
Do people understand English? Like if we were to go down
I think now
Beijing,
for Beijing, Shanghai, in all the hotel, you will not have any problem because it's really common, like people speaking English. But then, like if I leave you both alone at very authentic places, first I think people gonna stare at her,
of
like
blonde hair.
I remember.
it's like very blonde,
Yeah.
I went to Japan and it was just a sea of dark haired people. And
Yeah.
I've never felt like that. I was literally the only blonde on the street. And you've never felt so like everyone was staring at
But
you.
it's so cool though. Like I love going to foreign countries and either being looked at or people asking questions, like, or you don't know how to speak to them because they don't understand
you
the
feel
language.
so foreign.
You feel stupid,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
great.
because
Like, I love
everybody, it's like it's just a sea. It's so clean, and then just a sea of dark haired people. And
But you know what's gonna happen to Chris if he goes to China? People gonna just talk about his hair for sure.
that. I'll just let my hair out. and
talk
then-
about it. Why?
Yeah,
they
because-
don't put their hair up like this. They do. I see in China they do crazy hairstyles, and they love colors, and
Yeah, because
that's the way to differentiate
you're
yourself.
talking about
right?
like these big city,
Oh,
like
okay.
Beijing, like Shanghai, because Shanghai, they call Shanghai as the Chinese New York, it's so
very
fashionable.
cool, very very cool.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Like, I mean, not that I'm saying he's cool, but
You know, you like the man bun now.
I do
you
like
know
the
what
man
I
bun
want.
now.
You know what I want. I wish we could use now is we all use WhatsApp here, but you guys, is it WeChat?
Yeah, with WeChat.
WeChat is next level WhatsApp.
I'm
Why?
telling
What does
you,
it do?
WeChat, this application,
So good.
we have, I think, 1.4 billion subscriber
Yeah.
on WeChat, and literally now, when I still go back to Shanghai a lot because I still got my TV show there, but every time I go, I don't use cash anymore.
Yeah.
Every single thing I
WeChat.
buy, use WeChat. It's like Apple Pay, but it's not exactly like Apple Pay. It's so easy, so simple because it's directly linked with your bank account.
Yeah.
Everything you just
so what
scan
if
it.
someone steals my phone?
No, it's got a
No,
password and
it-
whatever.
like
But
your
let's say we all
fingerprint.
go out for dinner as well. Like let's say we all go out for dinner, we want to split the bill. We can all just go, okay, let's say it's $100. All right, everyone just throw in the amount through WeChat. So we just send the money to the
You just
account.
scan it.
You just
That's it.
scan it. That.
Yeah.
Or like if you need $100 right now, or the kids need $100, you can just be like, okay, babe, hold on, just send them
It's
straight.
not available anywhere else. Only
Does it work here? Like, does it work in other countries, or does it only actually work in China?
As long as you have WeChat account, I have a WeChat account, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, for example, like I'm saying, like, Chris, give me $500.
I say that every day.
And then you can just transfer me the money, like, by WeChat, and that's it. Like 1 second, it's
And
done.
then you can also sell stuff. So if you're selling items, for example, let's say you sell your socks, they can send you the money on WeChat.
So what about
Yeah.
but you use it like WhatsApp to talk as well?
Yeah, it's a messenger app. that you
Yeah,
message,
voice, everything's same, and then you have also it's a combination for WhatsApp and
By
Facebook.
the way, we are not being paid for this.
No, I know.
We're not
Yeah. Not yet.
Annoyingly.
Not yet.
Annoyingly.
But someone said that WhatsApp are in the pipeline to do the money thing, to put the bank account attachment to it, because it's a game changer, man. One of my
Yeah.
friends that was living in China came and showed me, and I'm like, gosh, one of my friends, Australian Lebanese, married a Chinese woman from Sydney.
He's still alive?
Yeah, so they just moved back to Sydney, but he spent 10 years in Sydney,
Okay.
in China,
Wow.
and he built coffee shops. And they're called Glory Coffee, I think it's called.
Yes, I know.
Have
I
you
know
heard
this
of
one.
Glory
Yeah,
Coffee?
big. I because that's coffee shop always like under my gym before. So
Well,
I
that's-
always go
That was
there.
my friend's coffee house.
It's
That
very nice.
He realized that there was a need for like cool hangout coffee shops, so he built
Yeah.
them, and then I think he sold it. And now he's back in Sydney. But it's amazing to see a Lebanese and a Chinese. He speaks fluent Mandarin now as well,
Wow.
and it's super cool.
You know, the thing was so interesting for me. Every time I go back in China, you will see all of, let's say, most of the foreigner now, they speak amazing Chinese. Like, I was in shock. I have friends like French, Italian, even like Lebanese living in China. They are speaking Chinese with a local accent.
So good.
Yeah.
So
My
good.
mother's brother married a Chinese woman.
Your mother's brother, really?
Yeah. I live yeah.
So there's Chinese in your family.
Well, yes.
Yes, there is.
There is.
Did you know
I'm
that?
thinking
Did
about
you
that.
realize that?
Yes.
Which is interesting. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be in 5 years? What does Suki want to be doing in 5 years' time? Where's the end goal? Is there an
Oh
end
my
goal?
God, this is a very deep question, huh?
Yeah.
We discuss this a lot.
I think for now, I would say not 5 years, 3 years. I think I would still prefer to staying here because we have the Expo 2020 is coming,
yeah.
and it's a very big thing here in Dubai. And every day I have a lot of requests from the government, from the embassy, from the Chinese companies. They wanted to come to Dubai. They wanted to do their business here. So for me, I still very happy to help all of them, you know, to build up something here and to strengthen the solid base here, because they like to come here because they find Dubai is such a great place for doing all of this investment. Still, it's a hub in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
And also, I think now Sheikh Mohammed, he opened a lot of policy, you know, to welcome this investor coming over here. And like, let's say, Emaar just did so many things in China. And there are a lot of companies putting the new strategies for welcome, like all of these investors coming over here. So for me, my position, I think I'm really happy, you know, to be the person. You say culture ambassador, whatever, but like I'm really happy to be the person in the middle to help, you know, these UAE and China, these two countries, I both call it my home.
So beautiful.
So these things happening, I'm truly honored. Yeah.
We're going to throw in her husband in there somewhere. In between, she travels so much. It's
They
impossible.
hear, they say, inshallah.
Inshallah, as they say.
Yeah.
Well, listen, thank you for taking the time to come and spend some time on our podcast. We're going to put your tags in the description as well if you want to message Suki or be in contact. Can you leave us with a little bit of Arabic and some Mandarin, or what do you speak Mandarin, you said?
I speak Mandarin.
Could you just give us a bit of a bilingual sort of ending to the podcast?
Okay. اليوم أنا سعيدة جدا في هون مع interview مع كريس وكارولين أصحاب. I hope there is no ما في غلط هون.
Yeah.
I did and 今天我很开心在这里跟 Chris Fei 和我的女朋友 Caroline 我们一起做这个 interview.
So good.
希望很快我们在中国见你们。
Yeah.
Sounds so cool. Well
The first
done.
episode in
I
Chinese.
love it.
I
I love it.
You're
Such a
amazing.
beautiful language to listen to.
is.
I love it. Thank you so much for coming
Thank you for
on. You've
having
been
me.
amazing and so talented and fascinating. Honestly, I love strong women that do things like this. It really
You're
takes
a
guts.
strong woman too.
It takes guts. It takes
We
one-
always have this discussion discussion with Caroline, like the strong woman for living here.
Yeah, it takes guts to come and do this on your own and start something like this. And I'm stuck next to this one, but you've
We're
got
strong
to go,
women.
Yeah, we're all strong women. That's the biggest one next to me.
Cheers for
Right
all
here.
the women empowerment here.
No, that's super cool. Really, honestly, it is amazing to have you here, and thank you so much for taking the time, and thank you for the introduction, and Caroline to bring Suki onto the podcast. It's Chris Fade and Caroline Sambury's Not So Epic podcast. Thank you again.
Thank you,
for
Chris. Thank
joining
you,
us.
Caroline.
Bye.
Bye.
It's Chris Fade and Caroline Stanbury's Not So Epic podcast.
Brought to you by NMC Healthcare and Cosmesurge. Head to cosmesurge.com.